Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. Despite the fact that Right Honorable Emeka Ihiedioha, the former governor of Imo State, have apologized over the viral video he held in Ghana during the Yam Festival, endorsing Atiku, insisting that anyone who votes outside PDP, especially from the Southeast, is a saboteur. He said it was quoted out of context and that was not what he meant. Despite his apology, this is what the Igbo youth have got to tell him, and this is getting really serious. It's worth looking into. Well, before we go into the news proper, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You'll see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. Well, the Igbo youth has protested over Ihiedioha's supporters' comment. Not satisfied with the apology rendered by the former governor of Imo State, Emeka Ihiedioha, on the alleged labeling of supporters of the presidential candidates of the Labour Party, Tr0uble, as saboteurs, State chairman of the group supporter group, Tr0uble said they are disappointed with such utterance. The youth group, who insisted that though Ihiedioha has apologized to the comment, insisted that he has insulted Ndigbos by his comment. This was disclosed by the state chairman of Coalition for Tr0uble, Tr0uble, while briefing journalists in Owerri. He said, and I quote him, "The comments made by Chief Ihiedioha, a former deputy speaker of the House of Representatives and the immediate past governor of Imo State, is to say the least most sacrilegious, disdainful, tribalistic, and capable of igniting inter-ethnic and political war, especially as campaigns for the 2023 general elections have kicked off. Ihiedioha, by that, his unpatriotic and warmongering comment, has described himself as a desperate politician who is morally and legally unfit to handle any position of authority going forward. The saboteur tag on Igbo people by Ihiedioha to a group of people who are legally seeking a national revolution through the ballot paper has further exposed Ihiedioha as a career politician who is frightened by the obedient movement, which is now the toast of the nation. Could it be true that Ihiedioha is happy with the deplorable state of the nation? Because as a career and chartered politician, he has been benefiting from the misrule of the country at the detriment of the masses of this country. Ihiedioha, as an Igbo man who professes deep knowledge of our culture, ought to know that during the Nigerian Biafran Civil War, the word saboteur was synonymous to instant death. Without trial, it sends chills down the spine of the people who heard it. Your life could be taken in a twinkle of an eye if you are accused or fingered as a saboteur. It is a sacrilegious word that unleashed revolting and painful memory of a tribe almost wiped from the face of the earth. History spent time and recorded the pogrom that was unleashed on us as Ndigbos, but it deliberately circumvented the ones we unleashed on ourselves and kinsmen, the people who were hacked to death by mere suspicion and trampled charges of being a sabo. Ihiedioha, a career politician who thinks he has arrived, but unfortunately, as a poor student of history, should know better than resurrect such a word in a time where nerves are frailed and the people desperate for a change. By implication, he has unwittingly sentenced his kin and party men to death if they vote for any candidate of their choice, except the one he chooses for them. In a period where the polity is heated, he ought to have treaded with caution and consideration to the yearnings of the people, but he's a man used to having his way without recourse to who he hurts. It is the same way his high-handedness has continued to work as a divisive tool even within his own party. A selfish, entitled man with a penchant for vindictiveness. In his self-bloated importance, laden with an overwhelming unhealthy dose of entitlement, he forgot we are still in a democracy and this country desperately needs a paradigm shift and rescue. His position can be likened to that of a house slave who feels because he eats the crumbs from his master's feet that he must, or he's much more important and valued than the field slave who toils under the sun from dusk to dawn. Perhaps he hopes his masters will validate him after calling his people Sabo. It would be most unfortunate if Ndimo should forget in a hurry the role Ihiedioha played in the sabotage of our desire for the presidency. He has taken a most unfortunate stance, demonstrating his unwillingness for a better Nigeria for us. Let us reiterate that Ndigbos and indeed Nigerians of purposeful mindset in their millions are passionately and patriotically committed to voting for His Excellency Tr0uble for a new Nigerian of economic prosperity, protection of lives and property. If voting for Tr0uble, a man who has capacity to unite this country, end poverty, revive our health sector, tackle perennial infrastructural deficit, end ASU strike, provide jobs for millions of unemployed graduates and skilled Nigerians, encourage local production, is what Ihiedioha referred to as saboteur, then we are all saboteurs, the statement concludes. Wow, this is coming from a man really very vexed over what Emeka Ihiedioha has said. Emeka Ihiedioha has really apologized. Guys, please. Okay, we're all entitled to our opinion. That's his opinion. That is Chief Emeka Ihiedioha's opinion. He's entitled to it. Yes, I understand the fact that he's a man of influence, judging the fact that he's one-time governor of Imo State and also deputy speaker of Imo State, House of Reps. So it's understood that his opinion and his influence matters a lot. But please, he has apologized. Okay, his vote is only one, though he has quite a lot of influence, but his vote is only one. Let's not begin to totally condemn him. Okay, it's like somebody just like the man who wrote here, who happened to be one of the supporters campaign group of Tr0uble in Imo State. He made this misstatement in a worry. He was calling on Igbos to also not forget him, that he's a politician. The whole thing is all about politics, is all about career to him, not the well meaning of. Look, except if you want to go by that line, most Nigerians will not vote for anybody, because Nigeria has been fantastically corrupt for a while. So to speak, it's a bit difficult for most of these old politicians to understand that powers are changing gradually. Power is gradually returning to the people, and the people may finally have a final say. Before now, it was always a case of politicians will say, don't worry, I will endorse you. Once they say, the godfathers that be in politics say they will endorse you, go to sleep, go to bed, it's a done deal, you're going to be the person. Electorate notwithstanding. If they say, we are backing you, you're winning, go and sleep, you're going to win. But if it is the electorate that is backing you, and the godfathers that be, says, who is the electorate? We are the one that make rulers. That has always been the case. So the change is coming now with Tr0uble, where people are trying, and it has not yet been achieved yet. Because if eventually Nigerians deliver Tr0uble, then power has returned to the people. But it's going to be a tough one, because this is going to be a fight between the masses, the electorate, and the powerful elite who believe that the power to make decisions in Nigeria lies totally on them and not to the people. And it's going to be difficult, to return that power to the people, willingly accept without a fight. And that's why even at some time in the past, RFI said it openly that, look, the only way that nobody's going to hand over power to the youth willingly, that the youth must need to wrestle the power from the older generation to get it done. But let's see how it plays out come 2023. That's going to wrap it up. Let's wait till our conversation was.